everybody. Welcome to the
memo.
last video.
Of today only, not of the spectacular.
Day one.
Yes.
I'm out of here.
I didn't even pause that long.
No,
there.
but it's scary when you say these things. They're scary, okay? It reminds me of that film, The Day After Tomorrow.
28 days later.
This is the last video we'll ever do today. Okay.
I don't even know if that's true or not.
Yeah,
That's probably, who knows?
You don't know what I do in my
I'm
free
Tom
time.
Vasel.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Chris Yee.
I'm Mike DiLisio.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, welcome back to the Winter Spectacular. We talk about all sorts of things, and we do some top 10 lists, and this is one of our top 10 lists. We want to say thank you to the sponsors, the main head sponsors of the Winter Spectacular, ID Studios, who incidentally helped us put together our
The live
cameras
places.
for the live studio over there.
Truth.
Now, we want to talk. There's lots of other sponsors, lots of games coming up. This is day one. There's still stuff coming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now we're doing maybe my favorite list of the year.
Oh, really?
I really like the top 10 surprises of the year. So we always do these because we want to talk about some games that really surprise us. We don't do ones that are in our top 10, unless that's changed for y'all, but it hasn't for me.
No, it's not.
It's not, no.
So it's possible that a top 10 game surprises, and you'll see those over the next few days. We'll be doing the top 10s. But the top 10 surprises are games that surprise us in a good way. I always feel that would be really weird to come in here and be like, top 10
Just biggest
disappointments.
Yeah,
This is
no.
trash.
We've
Top
already
10
jumped on
Flubber
them in the
2
review.
of the universes.
Flubber.
Flubber
You know,
2.
Flubber hasn't aged well
No.
by itself, just the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flower? What?
Flubber.
You mean with Robin Williams? Flubber? Or the original?
The original.
Oh, that one hasn't aged well either. Neither
well,
of
that
them
one's
has
from
aged
when Mike was alive.
as
He
opposed
checked
to
out for a few years.
How old
in
were
the
you, Mike,
90s.
when they discovered
This
color?
will not be the last video that I make today. Stay tuned. We'll have one after dark about Z Garcia.
work.
How old was I? It was before I was born, sir. Flubber was like from the 60s.
Yeah, it's pretty old. 50s, maybe. Even.
Maybe the
I think it's pretty
50s.
old.
I think it was
And
like
they
with Dr.
remade it in the
Dolittle.
90s,
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah.
Then I would have been, depending on when, I'd have been in my 20s.
I remember going to Taco Bell and getting a Flubber,
Really?
like something or other. I was like,
I gotta tell you, the last time I
remember
went to
going
Taco
to
Bell, I
Taco
got the Flubber too. I didn't order it, but I got it.
I just remember the ads. Okay?
I have developed a flubber from going to Taco Bell,
That
you know?
sounds super gross.
I know, it does.
Alrighty, anyone put any other thoughts before we get started on the list?
Any other
No,
thoughts?
let's go. It's 4 of us.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
All right, here.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness. I wasn't ready for this flubbering. My number 10 is a game that if you look on BoardGameGeek.com, it says it's a
Not
2024 game.
Ah.
I don't believe that.
So already we're
No,
like,
no, I'm with Chris in this. I make a lot of corrections over the course
oh,
of the
well,
year. and
I
they
wish
don't
I
always
would have been
accept them.
informed.
If I'd have known I could have chosen games from
Guys,
2019,
keep
I'd have
track
a very
of the
different
games.
list.
Don't be using other people's nebulous dates. Use the real dates. Wait a minute. What Chris said he ate first.
Yeah,
I might be on your side here.
Well, okay, I think that this came out in the States, at least, this year. This is Orapa Mine.
No, that's last year.
I will allow this.
Okay, well, then Orapa Space.
Okay, then you're
I
back
don't
in.
care, right?
Oh, come on.
This is, the first I heard of this game is when we did our top 10 deduction games list, and Tom put this on there. And Joe and I looked at it like, what is this? And then he started describing this as basically Battleship with geometry. You know, you say, okay, I want to send in a beam that comes in down from column 2. Okay, well, it bounces right out to row 12 blue, right? And so your beam comes in, will bounce around, maybe mix hues and colors, then pop out somewhere, and you're trying to map out your opponent's
Does it cut
grid.
through things or does it bounce off
It
of
bounces.
It
This
bounces.
is basically
Angles.
Flubber the board game.
them? No, it doesn't make any sense. Why would it bounce?
Okay, if a light beam comes in at 2, it's going out at 12.
Oh, it's
it'll
filling.
be blue.
It's filling the column of 2, right?
Yeah,
Like-
yes.
it's
Boom,
zapping
and
it
then,
through 2.
okay.
It comes out blue 12.
Yes.
Okay, but it doesn't go through blue. It's bouncing off of blue. Why would it
picks up
turn
the
blue?
color of blue. You consider it to be like a translucent beam that picks up the color it goes through.
It's not going through.
It's going
Oh,
through.
Oh my
This
word!
is like my mind. I would be flipping tables,
no,
man.
come on.
Okay, there's 4 of us. We got to keep.
I know, right?
Goodness.
I love this game. I think it really does feel like Battleship, but with actual deduction to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
All right,
It's
bring
very
us back
good.
to 25.
All right. This is definitely 2025. It was not that long ago.
It's not out yet.
It's last week.
That's correct. Right. This is a small card game that I played with Tom towards the end of the year, and it was surprising to me just because.
This is the end of the year. What are you talking about?
Well, that's what I'm saying. This was only like a month or so ago. This is Oliva. Yeah. And so this is a game that I like. Oh, I really like this look, right? But that's all I knew about it. And Pythagoras games have been somewhat hit or miss for me. You know, some have been quite good, and others have been meh. You know, a little too convoluted for what they are. But from the first time we sat down and played this, at the end of it, I was like, man, that game was so much better than I expected. And so I was just surprised by a game that has some familiar aspects to it, right? It's not like necessarily the most innovative game, but everything it does so smoothly. It's like there was no part of the game that I felt shouldn't have been there. All the mechanics work so well together, and so just every so often a small card game will just kind of surprise you. And yes, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just like, I'm getting color theory
Yeah, that's right.
shoved down my throat right now by about 15 professors.
Tom's shirt is definitely stretching what most monitors are able to pick up. But yes, Oliva is my number 10.
You got to widen the aperture of the lens.
What's the f-stop on that shirt?
This is not one I've played, but it sounds good, and it looks good, like you said, so it's one I want to check out at some point. All right, my number 10 is anything but a small card game. This is a very large game that looks good, but I was worried it was going to be sort of impenetrable. But I very much enjoyed it, and I thought the theme did some good heavy lifting to help you play the game. This
Galactic
is
Cruise.
Luthier.
Oh.
Or Luthier, or whatever.
It's Luthier, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Depends what country you're in.
Don't start. We're going to get comments now.
No, Z's going to get mansplained
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah,
today.
a lot. Today is going to be the day. Yeah, Luthier is one in which you are making musical instruments and then giving those things to the musicians, and then you do a whole lot of stuff, Euro stuff. But the theme, the getting patronage, the construction, all of those things make a lot of sense in the game. They help you figure this game out because it's a very complex, heavy, list of to-do things. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it comes together incredibly well. It feels like a game from a master designer, not someone's second or third design. You know what I mean? And I think that's really impressive. This feels like Feld on one of his better days, who's like, been doing this forever.
yeah.
That's amazing to me that somebody can pull this out as one of their first designs. So, yeah, it's just very, very impressive and surprising to me. So my number 10, Luthier.
My number 10 is a crossover already.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Yes.
I'll wrap up places.
No, it's with Mike. This is Oliva.
Oh, you're 10 too. Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
this surprised me. So Pythagoras is really an on and off publisher
are,
for me,
yeah.
except with their art and stuff, which I think is getting better. This designer, it was like a one-word name, Costa and
Rolla and Costa.
Rolla and
yeah.
Costa, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Roller coaster.
they've been
Say what?
they've been designing a lot of games. They did Cafe for them, the one about coffee
Yes,
beans, and they
yes.
did that bigger game Stevens, which I didn't play. I think
never
you did
played
though.
it.
When did I really like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Her more than me.
it's a good designer, but in this one, the best part is just when you take an action, you play a card that gives you an action. That action is amplified by everyone else who has taken that action and has it in front of them.
Okay.
So you're trying to delay. It's good to be last in this
Right,
game.
yeah.
Because in turn order, because if you both take the same action, I'm like, I knew it. Bam.
Got it.
And it's really good for me.
It's really neat.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's a little bit of a deck building game. It's very enjoyable. And also you change cubes and other cubes one time.
Right.
Green olives turn into black olive oil.
Yeah.
Which I thought was clear, but in this
That's
game.
not how light works. Z, explain it.
No, if light
Refer
hits
to
a
the shirt.
green olive, it bounces off of the olive. Now the light is green, okay?
It doesn't go through the olive. It bounces off the olive.
Right.
See?
If it
Your
went
own
through the
theory has been
olive-
destroyed.
It wouldn't be green. Bouncing off makes it green.
Right.
I like all
Flubber.
stuff with cheese. Anyway, Oliva, my number 10.
Number 9 for me has a beautiful cover, but I heard no buzz about it going into it, and so we played it live actually the first time we ever played it. This is called How to Save a World. This is from, was it Burnt Island Games?
Yeah.
And they tend to make good stuff, right? But I just heard nothing. I had no expectations going into this one. It's a space-themed worker placement. You have workers you can use planet-side or on the moon. And those 3 tracks going across the top are the pink one are trying to use a laser to blow up the giant asteroid hurtling towards the planet. The blue one is investing in a planetary shield, and then the green track is, well, we had a good run on this planet, let's leave. That theme is hilarious to me, and it has this really nice little worker placement system where the best actions kick you off the planet the next round to the moon, and vice versa, or you can use some actions to stay in the respective places. I didn't really know what to expect going into a game where there's a giant meteorite piece like this, most of it dangling off the board at the beginning, and it just slowly starts hurtling towards the planet. I thought the one was really good. I thought it was really neat and clean.
It is a good game. That title of it made me think it was bad. It sounds like a B movie, B board game almost.
A little bit, yeah.
Have you played this game, Z?
Yeah, I liked it okay.
Were you bothered, legitimately, I'm not joking, were you bothered by the meteor being off the board?
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah.
See, I disagree. I think that's fantastic.
I knew you were going to be like, nah, I'm out.
I love that part because it's coming onto the board.
Yeah.
I like the big bullet that chases you in the Super Mario levels, too.
Although the bullet is fun. I do like the bullet.
Well, I mean, actually, I hate those levels. But they're cool to watch other people play them.
There you go.
Yeah. When I saw the tracks, I thought this might be up your alley. I haven't played it yet.
I think it's good.
Tracks.
That's my number 9, How to Save a World.
All right. My number 9 is everyone's darling. It's probably going to be on everyone's top 10 list.
Oh.
It didn't quite make my top 10 list, but man, did this game come out of nowhere and just become this phenomenon this year. This is Hot Streak. It's hard.
Have not heard of this.
It is hard to make a good party game, and I have learned this more over the years when I thought that a lot of times party games were the low-hanging fruit for designers. They're not. It's really easy to make a terrible party game.
Or just a mediocre one that does nothing special.
Right.
Yeah.
But this game, for sure, it has the toy factor, it has the hilarious theme, but it also has a fun party game going on too. I think if it was just the idea of mascots racing, it could have still been a very mediocre party game. But they did so many things right. And look, the people, I think, you see this on the table, you know right away. If you think it looks fun, it's fun. You're going to like it.
I agree.
If you look at this game and you're like, that is not going to be for me. You know what? It will not be for you. Avoid.
I've run into very few people, though, who have disliked the game.
Because those
it.
people have seen it and they've even approached. You know what I'm saying? I think there are some gamers that would see that on the table and would go in the opposite direction. And that's probably not the game for those people. But
Right, I think you're right.
If you see this on the table and you think that it looks like it would be fun, you're going to have a great time.
It's kind of like a really dry, heavy Euro game that has a
Yes.
very good rating on BGG because people who don't like it know not to approach.
Oh,
It
100%.
looks repulsive to them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
This is the opposite side of the scale, but same principle will apply there.
Yeah, this is one where I looked at the cover and I did not think much was going to come of it. And man, first time I played it, I was like, this is going to be huge, and it's become huge.
Right.
So there you go.
Looking at the cover with the big plastic shield in
Right,
the front
you're
is
like,
almost
ooh.
always like a
Right.
death knell. Like, nah.
Yeah, Mike Keller was telling me the story about Dan Hughes playing this for the first time.
I have not seen him laugh as hard ever in my life. And I've said a lot of very funny things to Dan. But I've never seen him laugh harder. He was like, couldn't breathe. He was laughing so hard.
Medically?
And he's British, by the way. So terrible sense of humor.
Right.
But he got this.
Interesting.
Right.
Even a British man.
Even a British person. Just kidding. I love my British friends. Hot Streak, my number 9.
of which there are very few.
Now.
After that comment.
Oh my goodness. None. My number 9 is a trick-taking game that goes by the title of Origin Story from Stonemaier Games. This is one that I wasn't sure even what to think. It sort of showed up out of nowhere. It's a superhero game. It's a trick-taking game. It looks weird. I don't like the look. It's this sort of everything's so wispy and watercolor soft. I was not sure what to make of it. But then I played it and I really enjoyed it, and I thought the theme came through in an interesting way. It folded in the idea of you developing superpowers or abilities in a very interesting way. He even does this one thing halfway through the game where it throws you a curveball. I'm not even sure I like the rule, but I like thematically that it's there.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of surprised me that it did as much as it did with its theme and its trappings. Usually trick-taking games are either very basic and they can do very, very well, but they're sort of based on just a classic game and they're prettier, or they're so convoluted and overwrought that that's how they kind of earn their stripes, by being played by people who love trick-taking, and they go, this one's a must-follow, this and that, and then when you take the third trick, we slap each other on the heads, and so you're like, oh, yeah, amazing. This is neither one of those things. It's thematic, and that's pretty rare. I really like it for that reason. I think Origin Story should stand out, among both trick-taking fans and not. I think it could please both audiences. So for me, this one was a standout surprise of the year. Origin Story, number 9.
I can tell you've played Slappy Tricks before, though.
Slappy Tricks is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's you have to be a connoisseur.
That's right.
The triple-double corkscrew mechanism is a little much for some folks.
Yeah.
All right, my number 9 is a game I did not think I would like because of how simple it appeared to be, actually how simple it is, and also the first game from this company, everyone else with Dice Out loved, and I did not like Trio at all. But this is Jungo, or Junga, or Hungo. Or I don't know how to pronounce this. Jungo, I think is how it's pronounced.
I guess so, yeah.
This is a card shedding game that is one of the most simple ones there really is out there, but what makes it fun is if someone... You can just pick cards up and put them in your hand from other players. And you're getting rid of cards from their hand, but you're making your combinations so much bigger and fun to throw down. It's the Uno of card shedding games in a sense.
It's an Uno killer, yeah.
Right? Because it's just so easy to play. But I was also not like, well, there's no strategy. There's a little.
Yeah,
There's enough.
Yeah, there's enough. And then it's also just a really entertaining game, and I'm glad this is the kind of game that I'm hoping will show up in big box stores.
Right.
Yes, I'm almost sure it will, right?
Well, I mean,
it feels like it
the
should.
guy running Happy Camper did a really good job getting Trio all over the place.
true.
What was the second game?
Combo.
Which was the Surface R's Rex.
Yeah.
But I think this one...
This is cleaner than both of those, probably.
It's a much more basic game.
And I was surprised at how much I liked it, and just everyone seemed to like it. People who didn't play many games at all enjoyed it, but gamers were like, yeah, this isn't so bad.
Yeah.
So that's my number 9.
Dang, 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 dang.
The number 8 pick for me is a game whose title is it's really just a very imploring title. Please don't burn my village.
This almost made my list.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is a fun kind of market manipulation type game where you're playing cards out and you're changing the value of goods in the middle of the table. I do have a complaint that for the first third to half of the game, that stuff pretty much doesn't matter. You're just kind of playing out sets. You can also collect large sets of cards, large swaths of cards on the bottom of the table there, as someone plays out swords in front of them. The sword marker moves up, and then you reveal cards along the bottom there until you reveal one of those swords. And so,
Am I missing something?
No, I don't know. I think he just mispronounces swords.
A lot of enunciation happening
just
here.
pronunciating all of the letters, that's all. Okay. And so it has this really fun little loop to it where, you're watching people take a good turn, and then they start revealing cards for you, and you just kind of get excited off turn. And I really like that feeling. I think it lends well to this game, which is silly, which is, please don't burn my village. But in the last third of the game, it really starts mattering when you start manipulating the end value of those goods. I think it comes together nicely. It's not too serious. And at the end, it's just kind of fun to see what happens. So I like this one a lot.
Yeah. This one's definitely got that mass market vibe also. I do wish the theme was less dorky so that it would have wider appeal.
The theme was a little off-putting to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's that sort of like, I don't know, it's just...
You're opposed to stopping a dragon from burning villages?
Well, number one, yes. Let the dragon be, for goodness sake. No, I don't know. It looked, and this is going to sound very elitist, it looks cheap to me.
The way that dragon is drawn is not my favorite.
Well, it looks like a Munchkin dragon. Not Munchkin, but it has that silly vibe. I get that.
It's not the art style's not appealing.
The
game sounds fun.
The game's not that silly either. Like, it's a very interesting game, but simple, right? Like the market manipulation, but simple. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I wish the theme or the look was different, but the game was good.
It's in the Castle Panic line of games, and I think that's maybe a small bit to its detriment.
Yeah.
Okay, that I agree on.
Yeah, maybe
so.
Okay.
That he agrees with.
He explained it better than saying, well, I don't want to sound elitist.
That was Mike. I said that dragon needs to get out of my face.
I just ignored that.
Okay.
Look,
because that dragon's my friend.
I'm saying these poor dragons are just misunderstood. My number 8 is a game that Tom absolutely hated. And so even better. This is a game.
You're glad I hate it?
Look, we're just get some spice going on here. Also, dragons are the best. They need to burn everybody. So number 8 is a game that is an iteration of a previously released abstract game. And now it has become a cooperative puzzle game.
What?
This is Santorini, Riddle of the Sphinx.
I didn't hate it. I just
Tom
didn't like it.
hated the game. 2 out of 10.
He
Is it
thought
a
that
game
griffin
or
looked
is
like
it
a
a puzzle?
dragon.
It's a game. It's a cooperative game, but it's got puzzle elements.
As all puzzles are.
Yeah, You're basically trying to. I'd say it is. More
It's closer to a game. I
It's closer
agree.
to a game than a puzzle.
It is?
right.
Okay.
Yeah. So the idea is that you're using some of the same mechanisms from Santorini. And especially since Santorini will change up on its own formula, the further along you get with the more advanced characters and such. But this is putting it in kind of a little campaign mode where you can play through these different maps that are going to go in that spiral-bound book, and you're cooperatively trying to solve these kind of puzzles.
The riddles.
The riddles of the Sphinx. That's exactly what it is. And so I do understand. And I joke with Tom about it because I do get that if you're going into it thinking you're playing Santorini, you're not going to get that.
I agree.
Right? Yeah. And so you have to be okay with, takes the general mechanisms of Santorini and the look and the pieces and basically gives you a completely different game, a cooperative puzzle game.
Yeah.
And so if you like that, which I do, then I thought this was a very compelling package. And it surprised me because I was thinking, how is this really going to work? And I played a very early version of it that was kind of like a proof of concept. We played it live here.
Right.
And then the finished product, I was like, wow, this was really well done. So
it's really
I
good
just didn't love the
solo
luck.
also, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't
sorry?
it really good solo
it's
as
great
well?
solo too,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just don't like luck in a puzzle, if that makes sense.
Sure, I get that. And there's luck involved, yeah. Absolutely.
That kind of makes it a game, though, and
It
just not a
does,
puzzle.
yeah.
I agree, but then it's not a game, it's a puzzle. You know what I mean? It's kind of that weird line. But I get why people like it, but I think it's objectively, say, if you're liking a Santorini will have no bearing on this.
Zero bearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, well, number 8 is a game that I know Mike loves. I
Yes.
assume this will be in your top 10 of the year, in fact, and I really liked it. This was a late play for me. I barely got around to playing it this year, but I did, and I very much enjoyed it. This is Core of Discovery.
Oh.
Core of Discovery is a game that stands out in the swath of games that came out this year, not just for its theme, which is based on a graphic novel, a very interesting graphic novel, but its gameplay as well. This has exploration, kind of. It has deduction, certainly deduction. It has cooperation. It has recipe fulfillment with like time pressure. It's got this weird gumbo feel going on where you are revealing tiles from that grid, thinking you're pretty sure what's underneath it because you're following these sort of, if this, then that rules, and then claiming that stuff to fulfill recipes. Make sure you claim this many rocks and this many vines or this minotaur will gore you. Okay? That escalated quickly, but sure, fine. And it's really interesting. It's kind of a fascinating game. It's a strange creation. I really enjoyed it. I love co-op games anyway, but rarely do they do something this strange that doesn't feel off-putting by being strange.
Right,
That's
true.
Because strange is easy, but you got to keep me at the table, too. You can't just be weird and repel me, as a gamer. And I think this one manages to do all of those things, not the repelling, everything else, very, very well. I really liked it. So Core Discovery is a winner. And if you haven't read the graphic novel here, I loved it. It's really good stuff.
I have not read
finished
it
it yet?
until this.
No, I haven't finished it. I'm into it, but I'm almost savoring it. I'm like not wanting to finish it because I'm really enjoying it.
I'm afraid to read farther because they've met these minotaurs, and I'm like, they ain't gonna survive. The minotaurs are like
and it's pretty early
they are.
on.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, this is where we're at already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I really am enjoying it. So there you go, Core Discovery.
My number 8 is a small, unassuming game that I think someone picked it up at the end of the year. Was it Lucky Duck? I think it was Lucky Duck who picked it up. Just a quiet game, but I really found myself enjoying it, and this is Tenby.
Mighty Boards.
Mighty Boards picked it up. Sorry, Mighty Boards picked it up. Right, and it's designed and illustrated by the same guy, Benjamin Talbot, and I really like the kind of the quietness of this game. You're building a street or multiple streets in front of you that will have a pier or have some buildings, and you're drafting them in a really fun way in the sense of you're just picking a spot. It determines turn order. It's the King Domino.
Yeah.
method.
Okay, right.
But you get better stuff if you go later in turn order next time. So if you don't get the really good stuff, don't worry. Next round you can.
Got it.
And then you just put these, and everyone scores for things that are next to it. It might score for light posts next to it, or windows, or flowers in the windows. And it's so easy and just cute. I think, and I know you agree with me, that right now there's a plethora of pattern building scoring games that is.
Sure.
I am just so sick of it. It is. But this one breaks that trend a little bit just by being cute. You're just looking at the stuff next to it. You don't have to build patterns on a board. It's just like, hey, I mean, there might be one that's like how many light posts are on the whole street, but it also makes sense thematically too.
Sure.
You're trying to have this stuff in your town. I just found it to be very enjoyable, and I think this could be a sleeper hit if more people played it and liked it. I just found it to be a lot of fun.
I like that it's clearly kind of like a passion project and a pretty niche thing, but can be something so universal, right?
Yeah.
Because this is built around that town, which has a very distinctive look.
Is Tenby a place?
It is.
It's a town in Wales that the designer...
Whale? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But designer and artist both, too, same guy. So it really is kind of that small passion project that also has this wide appeal, which is
That's cool. Very nice.
Since Z called you out, Mike, my number 7 is a game that I suspect that you also really... I mean, I know that you really like it. It's on my surprises list. It might not be on your surprises because it might be elsewhere. This is
We're just going to spoil your whole top 10.
Sure.
apparently, yeah. This is a great cooperative card game called Eternal Decks.
Not familiar.
I'm really not familiar with this.
I am also. Where are we out of the
What
loop
is
on
going
this?
on here? I've heard this mentioned recently on maybe lists. that
Number
are
one on the
upcoming.
hotness.
Is that what it is? Is that
It
where I
was
saw it?
for
What
several
is
weeks.
this?
Well, he's
Why
gonna
does it
tell
look
you.
like that? What is that?
Has
I'll
this
tell you
come
what,
through the dice tower?
Just watch
Who
this.
took it?
And I'm teaching you how to play the game right now. You can learn the game right here.
Put a card there.
That's it. You win.
Okay. That's why Mike likes it so much. Even Mike can win this game. No, so like
I'm
that.
undefeated.
So there's a lot going on this board, which is one of those, by the way, it's a cloth mat. That's
I hate those.
No,
it's
it's microfiber. It's different. It actually works.
Oh, so I can
You
be
can
like,
clean your eyes and defeat guardians.
Not your glasses, your eyes.
You clean your eyes. Look at this
in there.
retinal scratch going here.
that's great. You can't scratch your retina with microfiber.
So anyway, the point being, it's not one of those that folds and kinks.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It doesn't have harsh folds.
Yeah. So you play cards out. One
Really
of the
trying
rows
to sell
across.
these two.
One of the rows you have to play ascending. The other are descending. There are lots of variations of the rules where you have to follow a few basic rules. Same color, same number can't go next to each other. But as you keep playing, you switch it up. Where also now these have to be played in a certain kind of pattern or color pattern or other rules. As you fill out a row, you get to accomplish one of those deities, I guess.
Guardians, I think they're called, or something like that.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
a limited communication cooperative game. By the way.
Okay.
So you get to the only way to replenish your deck of more cards is to complete one of those rows. You get all the cards shown on the bottom there. You put out that deity across the top, and it's now a restriction.
It's a curse, yeah.
It's a curse that you can't play certain types of cards and stuff. So it's this kind of evolving card play puzzle, and
Okay.
it's gorgeous. It's really neat. It is it's the reason. And I suspect I would like this even more, but I haven't scratched past the surface of it. I've played the introduction scenario a few times, played a little bit of the variations. But there's so much content in this box. You can just keep exploring new ways, new additions, new ways to change it up. It's an incredibly impressive game, Eternal Decks.
Why did they go with that cover, for
that
goodness
cover
sake?
is not... I would pass right by it.
It's a vibe, man. You have to like that look. I mean, not everyone's going to. It's
that look is not a big part of the game. Why do I have to like that look if I'm not staring at it while I'm playing the game?
It is like that, but it's colorful in the game.
Then put that
That's
on the
the point.
cover.
Look, this demands
Why
that
can't
you
you
have
just say it's a
faith.
good game with a bad cover? Just say it.
It's not a great cover.
Okay.
Which is odd though, because everything about the game is beautiful in a lot.
I
Yes.
agree. That was a
Yeah.
good-looking game,
Yeah.
but then put some of that on
so
the
you
cover.
think I should put this in a library?
The only reason why I would hesitate is
Microfiber.
the fact that it is kind of modular and you play through different scenarios, and some people might.
It's a hard game. It's an easy game to mess up packing up.
Right.
And the
Got
next
it.
person goes,
That's
oh,
the only
gosh."
hesitation, because otherwise it's just it's a cooperative, limited communication, hand management style game, right?
Okay.
So yeah, you should try it. All right.
Okay.
My number 7 is, yes, this is one that is a racing game, right? And I do like racing games, especially when they feel like a race, and this
Said it
one
very
certainly
defensively.
does. No, because the thing that surprised me about this is that my main concern about it was its biggest hook. This game is Tornado Splash, okay? And so the big hook about this is kind of like Wave Race 64, or I think that's what the game was
Yeah,
called.
but with Star Fox.
Yes, but with Star Fox.
Hold on. They're hitting everybody.
That's right. Kind of the hook of this game is that you've got like a track, but the track is really formed by the cards that you are playing, like so, to move your racer. And so you see the path that every racer is taking as they're going.
Yeah, you leave the cards out
You
after
leave
you
the
play
cards
them.
out, right? And so what I was worried about was the fact that, there's going to be some element of inexactness, and it can get a little bit messy. And you know what? All of that is true. And you know what? It doesn't really matter.
Well,
Because
it matters, okay?
It does not.
Being precise matters. Specificity matters.
It matters if you are a tryhard or if your name starts with a Z.
Thank you.
Otherwise, if you're a normal human being,
both.
it doesn't matter. So, yes. But that was my concern. I thought, because I'm kind of with you, as much as I'm giving you grief, I don't really like inexactness in games either, but for this game, it works.
I really do
just
feel like
does.
this game, it's not a big deal.
It's just not.
And if it is, you
Then-
need to go play a
then
different
it's
game.
probably need to play a
And it's not
different
because
game,
of
yeah.
what you're thinking of the enact. It's just people who are taking it way too seriously.
Yes, this is very, very much a silly race game, and it leads to a lot of really fun kind of table talk, and people walking by sees all this kind of craziness going on, and it really is going to attract a crowd as well. I love the look of it too, but I like race games that feel like a race. This very much feels like a race. Slightly asymmetric. Everyone's racer is slightly different. Some are better with curves. Some are better with straightaways, and depending upon
Actually, wish
the
it was
track.
more asymmetric. I
Yeah,
would like
you
it
could
even
certainly
more.
make it more asymmetric. Also, I think it would be great if every character had one time per game player power thing.
You like draft these characters, and then you're done. They're just for looks.
They're just for fun. They're just
doesn't
for
even
looks. They
matter.
don't really do
Okay.
anything.
Can
But
you be
this is-
Falco
Yes.
or Pippi?
Pippi, yes.
Oh, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
This is very much a family weight game, so I think that they didn't put those things
Isn't
in.
it?
Oh,
Isn't it
Slippy,
Peppy? Slippy and Peppy.
Slappy.
No, it's Slippy.
Slippy.
It's
Slippy.
What's the name of the
Falco,
rabbit?
I think.
Soupy.
Falco is
Soupy.
the cool guy.
Yeah.
I think it's Peppy, right? The hair.
Peppy's the frog or the...
That's
Oh, that's right,
Slippy.
the frog.
Slippy's the
Slippy's
frog.
the frog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Falco's the cool one. Isn't he
Yeah.
like the leader?
He's a falcon or whatever.
Do
yeah.
a barrel roll. That's my number 7.
All right. My number 7. What's my number
I think
7?
it might come in and take my line right afterwards.
My number 7 is a remake of a game that came out a few years ago. I never played the original one. It dried up, became very hard to get, and people were chomping at the bit for this 2-player game. The remake is called Spirits of the Wild: Awakening.
I've not played either of these.
The original is just called Spirits of the Wild. Like I said, I never played that. This is the same game with more content right in the box. 2-player only. You are going to be putting these pebbles from a bag into that bowl and then drafting them from the bowl. And the actions you take have a different combination of those things. Take 2 pebbles, put 3, and then take 1, what have you. You are then collecting these things on the animals, which are those tiles in front of you, and trying to get different combinations. Obviously, one of these is all the same color, the red one over there, then this one over here is, 2 colors only, whatever. You're trying to get points for that stuff, and so you want to do as much of it as possible. It's pretty tense. It's the kind of game when I read and saw here, I was thinking, okay, looks kind of abstract, looks kind of dry. I might like this, but it seems a little ho-hum.
Yeah.
Playing gives you a really nice amount of turn angst and some really nice back and forth, a surprising amount of that. And then the animals and their scoring is pretty neat. There's one cool thing I like a lot, which is you can get these translucent little pebbles. You can put those on any animal. It'll double their score, but then you lock it down. You can't put any more on it.
Oh,
So if one shows up, you have this little game of chicken with your opponent where you're like, I could. This one's not done. It's missing 3, but I take the scoring right now from 6 to 12.
Okay.
But then I can't put anything else on it. I really like that.
That's-
So
that's a neat-
it's a really neat game. It's one I definitely recommend if you enjoy 2-player games. This one's gonna do some neat stuff.
From Mattel.
Yeah, yeah. So that's my number 7, Spirits of the Wild Awakening, a good 2-player game.
All right, my number 7. There's some things that when you tell me about them, that I immediately assume the game's not going to be great. And one of them is if you tell me everything about the game is asymmetric.
Yeah.
Oh, you're playing your own game and everyone's playing their own game. I'm like, yes, but is the base game good? And often, Mike disagrees, but it is often not.
You're talking about one game. Yeah.
Well, there's not a lot of games that do it,
Yeah.
but I have yet to see one really succeed very well. Number 7, though, does, and that is Guildlands. Also, it doesn't help that this game is called Guildlands.
And
shows
that
the
it looks
city.
like
And
that.
it looks like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Choose your guild, lay your tiles, rebuild the city.
Which one will I do first?
So Guildlands, though, is a game in which each person has a guild, and you're laying tiles, Carcassonne style, putting things out. But your actions you have are all different. You're following the same basic gameplay, but the actions you have, someone might get to put out 2 tiles in their turn. And then also your victory conditions. So someone might want to have the longest road. Someone might want to have big parks in the city.
Oh, weird.
Some person's building walls around the city. And I really like it. It feels a little fresh in that regard because you are, the rules aren't so complex that I sit there and go, what were you trying to do again? No, I know you're trying to build a road. So on my turn, I'm
mess
messed
up a
that
road,
road
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I like on the back of each of those the board, it tells you how you score. On the back, it shows you a big scoring example.
Okay.
Every game should do that in this regard. But at the end, I like the game itself. I'm a big fan of tile laying games. I'm surprised that there's not a huge proliferation. With how popular Carcassonne is, there's not a lot of games that copy
right?
it.
That came and went. That
Right.
sort of bubble of tile laying games did come,
There were a
but
lot
it
of them
also
for a
went
while.
away.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
like-
supplanted by deck building and supplanted by other things.
But
yeah.
you're now, yeah, it's like you had Isle of Skye that kind of did it. You had those
There were
Mad
so many games that
Castles
did it. And then they
yeah.
discovered triangles.
Right.
And then they
Oh,
tried
geez.
this. And yeah.
Well, regardless, I think it's very fun.
Cool.
Guildlands.
Yep.
I've got a crossover here at number 6 with one Thomas J. Vasel.
What?
It's Django.
It is not.
Oh,
Really?
In your face!
Is it 10B?
It's 10B.
Oh.
10B, I got to try this at Spiel at Essen this last year, and or this year. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, this is really solid. I looked at it and I thought it looks cute, it looks approachable, but I was surprised how much bite there is to that that King Domino-esque mechanism where you pick your turn order, because it doesn't just only affect next round, right? You do in that new turn order pick your places, but it also, there's a limited market each round. And so going first, you get the least stuff. you get the weakest draft, but you also get to take those things first.
Right. So you might take that one house I want.
It kind of mixes King Domino plus like wake up turn order type things you see in other games. This game has a little bit more going on in it, and the art is so whimsical, approachable. And I'm going to say something that is something I normally dislike in games.
Oof.
The things that you are
Brace.
trying to set, collect, and score points for. Do you
Make
have
you
birds?
sick. Oh.
Awful, right?
Yeah.
No. I usually want key iconography elements to kind of pop more. I don't want them to blend in the art of the card.
I agree.
And this game, they blend in the art of the card.
Right.
But you're okay with that.
But I think I'm
Because
actually
it's
more.
charming.
I think I'm actually more than okay with it. I think it's kind of a strength of this game.
It's from Wales.
Yeah, because it's an indie
Like that's a
design.
real place.
Because he also did the art. It's real art. I don't know why the art is in quotes.
He
It's did.
did the art.
Yeah.
No, I there's something very pleasant about it, right? And yeah, charming's the word that's easy to kind of throw in there, right? But you're like, oh, this card collects points for birds next to it. And you look a little bit closer, you realize there are 3 birds on that card. It's kind of an exciting thing instead of having them just be really bird. There's something about that works in
That
this
would have been
case.
a good alternate title, by the way.
Bird.
That
I'm
would
gonna
be in
give
the
this
line
game-
of mine.
I'm going to
and-
give this a great compliment, I think.
Uh-huh.
Artistically, stylistically, it reminds me a lot of a Sashi game.
Yeah, there you go, but Welsh.
But Welsh. Sashi in Wales.
So Sashi in that case would be spelled SAEIEGBSI.
You know who's from Wales? Tom Jones. It's not unusual. Number 6. My number 6 is another race game. I had Tornado Splash last time.
What
It
is
was
it
an
now?
excuse to do
You also had the hot streak. You have 2 race games.
3
so far.
race games now,
Yeah,
baby.
he was very blown
I'm
away by
surprised
race
by
games.
the strength of race games this year.
Their race games are back.
They
Magical
are
Athlete.
back. No, not Magical Athlete, although that's a game that I like as well. But this one is a space-themed race game that
Rapper race.
Knizia.
it's Knizia, and it is singular. It is Orbit.
Okay, I'm going to call shenanigans on this on the part where you were surprised you liked it. Because
Yeah,
you
Mike.
go into Knizias knowing you like them.
So here's the thing. This sounded when I first heard these announced and I looked at the campaigns.
Yeah.
This looked by far the least interesting to me.
Kind of agree with that.
Really?
Yes.
I think it looks the
I
most interesting.
thought it
No.
looked the best.
To me, it was the one that I felt was going to be the least interesting of the 3, and maybe that has a big part on why it is. And my big surprise is that not only is it a surprise that I did like this game as much as I do, what has also surprised me is how much other people I've taught this to have immediately found out and tried to want to get a copy of it.
You're surprised people like a Knizia.
No,
You're
no,
like,
I mean-
oh, why? I don't have to defend this one?
I will say this. Look, I haven't had a single person I've taught it to yet not enjoy it. And that's because I've taught it to a lot of people.
Oh, I think this is a great game.
Yeah.
I just argued about the surprise part.
Yeah, no. This very much was a surprise to me because it was released at the same time as 2 other space-themed games, and again,
And it's clearly the best of the 3.
no, but it's a very close second.
It's the
Which
best.
one do you think is better of the 3?
Ego.
Which one's Ego?
Ego is
Beowulf.
The
Yeah,
Beowulf
yeah.
reprint.
Anywho,
Please.
Orbit was a surprise. It's a terrific family weight racing game that you can make a little bit more gamery if you want to add some included elements to it as well. Really, really good game.
Alrighty, my number 6 is one that I very much thought would be the first one from this company, this line, I should say, that I would not be interested in. This is Kinfire Council. Kinfire Council, when announced, basically said, it's all the fun and theme of Kinfire, but in court. I'm like, oh, please, no. Okay.
Look, don't bring
this is-
Matlock into my games.
Yeah, this is it. This is the first one that's going to be a dud because it's like about voting and influencing the population of this city and blah. It just sounded so boring, looked overwrought and convoluted. It just sounded like it was going to be not a miss, but not for me, you know.
They kind of sold it as something different, I think, than it actually is, right?
That might be
I
part of
think
it.
so, yeah.
They were really pushing that whole like this is a political game. Like,
Political
you couldn't
intrigue.
say anything less appealing to me than this is a political game. And yet it's really interesting because, again, the things going on in the town aren't just political. They're filled with intrigue.
Yeah.
And there are, like, cultists about. And you are jockeying for various things that are interesting, that are appealing. You know, it's kind of like describing Game of Thrones as a political show.
Right.
And that sounds really boring to me, but then I watch it and I go, oh, I see what they mean. They mean, like, court intrigue, someone's going to get shanked in the back.
Right. There's
That's
a lot
cool.
of like sneaky dealing.
Yeah.
And stuff like
no
that.
one gets shanked in Game of Thrones.
There's a lot of
nothing but
shanking
beautiful
in
weddings.
Game of Thrones with dragon teeth. I really like this game. I thought it was incredibly well put together. Again, the quality of the games that Incredible Dream puts out
Yes.
are just superb. Their component quality is great.
Yeah, even the
And then-
retail on this is a great
Yeah,
quality. Yeah.
and the game was surprisingly appealing to me. I'm sure a lot of people do like it, but I was kind of blown away by that. So yeah, this one's a winner. Kinfire Council, they did it again. Number 6.
My number 6 came out of nowhere for me. Just didn't know much about it. When I saw it, I thought this is Monkey Wingspan, but it's its own game. This is Primates. And yeah, it's.
That cover looks just as beautiful as the Wingspan cover.
I like Primates a lot. There's a lot.
So do I. I just don't like that primate trying to steal my soul. You know what that cover? That cover kind of looks like the Firefighters game. The original.
Firefighters on
The original. What was that? The one that was kind of like Pandemic.
Fire Tower?
Fire Rescue?
Yeah. What is that game called?
Yeah, I know.
Firefighters on Duty.
No, I can't think of the name. My mind.
It's like the most
Anyway.
forgettable title, but it has someone like straight on
Yeah.
looking
None
at
of
you with a
five of us can remember.
It's
Okay.
a super forgettable title.
Anyway,
It looks
What does
like
this
that.
monkey have to do with fires?
this is a very different style game, though. You very.
It doesn't get better on the
Vasel.
cards.
Vasel.
Whoa!
I like this game. I like collecting the monkeys.
It also looks like Hi-Ho Cheerio, the board. What is happening?
You're getting punked right now.
Don't wake Daddy. What?
Okay.
Don't
no,
wake Primate.
It does not
Monkey.
look like that. We are now starting to diverge
That is
into the
1,000%
territory of hyperbole,
Hi-Ho Cheerio.
something Mike never normally does. All right.
Oh, my
Flashpoint, that's the game.
Flashpoint
Flashpoint Fire
Oh my gosh.
Rescue, yes.
Anyway, in this game, you're moving up these tracks. You can decide to move up one track, or you can roll dice to move up multiple tracks, but then you're at the mercy of the dice. And you're trying to get to track. Once you get to the top, you get that primate, and then you go back to the bottom. There's not a lot of actions in this game. In fact, one of my smaller complaints was this is one of the few games I would like to play more, and they've actually added a variant where you can play an extra round, and I would. Because I think it to be that fun and it's that short. But it's not Ape Span.
Right.
It is just collect a bunch of monkeys and
Gone
you're trying
from
to collect
monkey
groups of the
span to
same
ape
types.
span. It's not. Is it marsupial span?
Well, monkeys are primates.
Right.
Apes
They are,
are
yeah.
primates. I hit them both.
That's
Yes,
true. You
yes,
did.
yes,
Is there an
yes.
alternative art mode to this game?
My gosh.
That's our number 6.
You know, the guy who did the game is also the artist.
Oh.
Actually,
Is he from Wales?
I don't think that's the case. It's from Green Butterfly Games. The designer is Derek Coons. I just found this to be a nice breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever even seen this game. You haven't talked about it too much, right?
No, it,
Yeah.
it didn't again burst into the top 10 for me, but I really thought it was enjoyable.
Okay.
My number 5 is one of the 2-player games that came out this year, but rather than one of the small, quick, the chat is killing me.
Yeah, bro. Do you throw barrels at the top of each track? That's a good one, Jason.
But this is actually one of the biggest 2-player games that came out this year. This is Star Trek Captain's Chair.
Oh.
It's maybe not biggest. It's definitely one of the most involved.
This is Imperium, right?
This is the Star Trek rework of Imperium.
A lot of changes, though. A lot of changes from Imperium.
I've never played the original, and I've not played it in part because I hear that it's kind of, to use your words, the impenetrable. It's
Very
just kind of a lot.
procedural and yeah.
This one, it definitely feels like it's approachable enough. It does help that I was taught this game, but everything made sense. And a large part of it is that the theme does carry a lot of weight for me.
I agree.
I know who Captain Picard is more than I know who the Macedonians and what, you know what I mean? What,
Mr. Teacher.
That's really. There's a teacher out there right now just crying big tears.
I know a lot more about Worf than I do the Romans.
Yeah, Caesar never said make it so. If he had, I might have been interested.
Yeah. Where was 6 of 9 in Greece?
A2 data?
All right. So anyway, sorry, history teachers.
no.
You failed again.
The Macedonians are boring, okay?
Borgs of the West Kingdom.
So stupid. Okay.
23 phasers. The whole idea of this game being do Star Trek stuff, and I think that works really well for it. There's a lot going on. Almost every card is multi-use. There's a lot of deck building. There's several phases to each round, but I still follow it very well. And like I said, the theme carries a lot of the weight for me, so I like this one a lot. Star Trek, Captain's Chair.
I can see the theme helping, honestly, because, even though we're joking about the civilizations, they were very tenuous connections between the civilization and what they did.
And you also don't know who someone from a civilization is,
right?
But you likely know a character from a TV show.
From a TV show,
especially
right,
if you're a fan.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. My number 5 was a big surprise to me, mostly because of the type of game it is, and I typically
A racing game.
Right. I think I got the character wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It's 7 of 9, yes. I thought
matter.
you were making a joke with the 6 of 9.
I wish I were. Make it so. I don't really tend to love train games. The theme doesn't excite me.
Ooh, I know what this is.
What about Star Trek train games?
No, even worse. So just thematically, I'm not usually.
Okay.
If anything, I'm kind of repelled from train games, and I don't like 18xx games. At least the one I tried. This is not an 18xx game, but it is a train game. This is Railway Boom.
Yeah.
This one really surprised me
interesting.
because while it is a train game, and I think you can call it a train game
Whoa.
without it feeling, and it looks like that. What it really is an auction game.
He just criticized it, tool design, by the way.
Well, no, I mean, it looks like a train game, right? I mean, that looks almost like an 18xx
with derogatory
game.
tones, I believe.
I mean, if you're going to look like this, you might as well at least have tool to it.
To be clear, this looks nicer than every other
It
18xx
100%
game.
That
does.
is true.
It 100% does. But it's really an auction game. And I love auction games, right? There are still enough elements that have the train game trappings that you probably wouldn't upset a train gamer by, giving this as a something they might want to try, but it is much more an auction game, and I love auction games. And it is not only an auction game, but it's an auction that is used through every phase of the game, right? So you're going through these very clearly delineated phases throughout the game, and in each one of them, you're auctioning a different type of resource.
Okay.
And it's just a really, really smart game. And the look of it really, I was like, I don't know. And then I had to basically be told at Essen, this is really an auction game, right? I knew I liked the designer. Hisashi Hayashi has put out a lot of fantastic games.
It's a co-design, right, with somebody else, I thought.
I think it was developed by
That's what it is.
Simone Luciani, yeah.
Big enough to put his name in there,
Right,
though.
so I'm sure he did a lot of development work on it. I mean, you could tell if you played the original. I have not.
I see.
It was Okasu originally.
Gotcha.
And now it's ArcLight with Simone Luciani doing the whatever. But yeah, really, really surprised the heck out of me because although it's a beautiful cover, I was really not interested in the game until I found out really what it was about.
Yeah, no, I would not try that. If I saw that setup, I'd be like, I know what it is. But no, I guess I'd be wrong.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
that's
is
cool.
a really good pick, Mike.
All right, my number 5 is also a 2-player game, as was Chris's pick. This one is the continuation of a very popular line of games. This is Azul Duel, and I wasn't sure what to expect from it because I enjoy the Azul games. They've been on a downward trend, I would say. I think they are getting a little bit weaker. They've lost the surprise element, right? They've lost the element of like, wow, this is clever and engaging and thinky and kind of mean, but very well put together. And so I wasn't sure this was going to be a good one, but I was really floored by how this takes elements from the different Azul games There's tile laying. There's the little lines with the thing. But then there's like different kinds of things thrown in there, and they feel inspired by the other games. And then some new ideas in there, and all of this makes a really good stew. I thought it might be the best Azul game for me. Wow. I think it's up there with...
I really disagree on that.
Yeah, I think it's up there with 2. My favorite Azul is the second one, and I think this is up there with that. It might be because it's the most similar... This is the most similar to the first one, I would say. So I would be happy with Stained Glass of Sintra and this. And I think the other ones I don't need at that point.
Well, that I agree. You don't need all of them.
Yeah.
They're very similar in many ways.
I really like it. I think it's just fantastic. It's abstracted, very, very abstracted, of course, but the things it does and the way it tuned itself to only be concerned with 2 players, I think were to its benefit. That it doesn't have to accommodate for any other player count. So he could really hone in on making this work for 2 and 2 alone. No adjustments, no need to fiddle with it. So really like it. Azul Duel, I think, is a banger if you like this kind of game. So that's my number 5.
All right, my number 5 is a game that is the newest game on my list. Just played this one in the last month. I played it the day my daughter got married several times. And this
Played
is...
the game several times. I'm assuming you played the game several times.
It was between each marriage.
Okay.
There's 3 scenarios in this box. This is a game from Kip Games, right? KIF Games, sorry. And this is called Behind. So this is...
Oh, wow.
This one really has me enamored, and I'm looking forward to the sequel for this a lot. You open up one of these cases, and there's a bunch of tiles, and these tiles somehow go together. One is like a comic strip. One is a board like the detectives put together. The third, you find that out on your own. And you have to put it together properly, and when you think you have it, you flip it over, and it should make a picture. If not, you'll see where the mistakes are that you've made. And there's each one comes with a few clue cards that give you some, if you get stuck, it says, hey, read a clue card. And in fact, when you're done, it says read the clue cards before you flip it, just to see if you, feel right about everything. I really liked it. It felt different. It's like a jigsaw puzzle of sorts, right?
Yeah, seems like it.
I just found it to be very interesting. I did one of them with my family, which we had a lot of fun doing together, and then I did the other ones by myself, and I enjoyed that. I liked it both ways. Like, doing it by myself was interesting. And in fact, when I was done, my kids then took it and did it without me and played it. And I just, it's a new kind of escape room game.
That's cool.
So,
if anyone here should have any reason why these 2 should not be married, please speak now. Hold on. We're not done yet. Hold on.
Yeah, we were doing it in the back of the church.
While the ceremony was going on. This does sound interesting. I would like to try this one.
So that's Behind.
Number 4 is another 2-player game on my list. This time it's a much quicker, smaller package. This is called Tag Team. Back again. This is basically an auto battler kind of a card game where you get 2 characters together and you're going to be dueling against another player who has 2 characters. There's 1 card from each of those characters pre-made in the deck, I think, right? Then you draw up, and then you're going to add another card each round into that deck. On the top, in between the 2 cards, or on the bottom. That's about the only choice you make, because then both of you do that, you just start flipping over cards and resolving them against each other. And then the next round, you flip the deck of cards over, you don't shuffle them, you draw up some more cards, pick one of them to go in the top, in between some of the cards, or on the bottom. And yet there's a lot of gameplay in just that one decision you make each round. I think there's more decision-making impact than in Challengers or in other games I've played like this. I think what's his name? The designer of Love Letter made one of these auto battler type games this year.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, there's been a couple that I've played, and this is the one that I think gives you the most out of it. Because you're just watching the cards play out. Doesn't matter. It's really neat to watch those cards play out, and it's very fun. And then as soon as you start saying, okay, well, I know the top card of the deck is a big hit card. I have a block card. Good. could put it on top. It'll probably line up with theirs. Maybe they're thinking that I'm going to do that, so I should go one card below. And those little mind games really come to the forefront nice and quick in this one. It doesn't take long to kind of get there. So I think this does all of those things right for a quick game like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like
Very
this
video
one.
gamey almost.
It's really fun.
Yeah. There you go. Tag team at number 4.
All right, my number 4 is my newest game on this list. It's brand new, and it's actually probably going to annoy some people because
not
it
out.
came out in retail, but people who pre-ordered it have not got it yet.
Oh, I think I know what
Oh,
this
wow,
is.
we're getting all new here.
Yeah,
is this a C-Mine game?
This is Cthulhu Dark Providence.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is the.
Well, where's the surprise here? I thought you figured you'd
there's
like
a
it.
huge surprise to it because it's the third try at this game, right? So the first edition was called A Study in Emerald, okay, a Martin Wallace game.
Sure.
And it was a game I liked a lot, super quirky, super weird, kind of hated teaching it.
It was yeah, it was tough.
Really complicated to explain how scoring worked, especially, but it was so compelling and it did so many neat things that, I still had a lot of kind of love for it. Then they came out with a second edition.
What was that called?
It was called Study in Emerald Second Edition.
Okay.
But they stripped out, in the hope to make it more streamlined, they stripped out a lot of what I felt made the first edition so good, right?
What's that one called?
This is called Cthulhu Dark Providence, okay? And all this one,
What's
as
happening?
far as it changed it to the world, quote unquote, of Cthulhu Death May Die. It was already a Cthulhu-esque game. They eschewed with the Sherlock Holmes type stuff because it was based on a short story originally. Anyway, I don't want to get too lost in the weeds. What this did, the reason why it surprised me is that it is the best of both worlds. It kept a lot of what I thought made the first edition so good, and it made it streamlined, I'd say even more so than the second edition, and still kept in most of what I liked. Couple that with a much smaller box than either of the editions, an art that they probably repurposed some of it from Cthulhu, but it works. It looks really good. So yeah, this was a surprise that it kind of pulled off, I think, a really neat trick of keeping what I liked about the first one, made it much easier to teach and understand. So I think more people will play it.
Right.
So there you go. There's my surprise.
All right.
Yeah, Tom, in your face.
I was asking clarifying questions.
Yes, with no element of snark.
My number 4 is a game that I think I might be the only one that really liked it here in the office. When we all played it, it seemed the general consensus was anywhere between it's okay to this is too much, it's too puzzly, it gets in its own way. There were a lot of those accusations, but I really enjoyed it. And while I agree that many of these kinds of games can get in their own way, like Calico and games like that, I think Ofrenda does a good job of having the gears within gears thing front and center and make sense. And yes, you have to sacrifice some things to make other things work, but it doesn't continually punish you for those things, I thought, okay? Whereas Calico, I find, does have that feeling. In this one, you are drafting these cards and building this pyramid, and then you'll score based on symbols next to other symbols, that kind of thing. You're playing with a few different moving parts. I really like the theme. I like the look of it. I like that the game is only a few rounds. It's like 12 turns in which you're drafting cards, and every one of those really matters, but it didn't lock me up. And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's, anybody else plays this and they go, no, it super locks me up. Some games I play, and some games I play that other people don't have that feeling, and I'm done. I'm goop. But this one worked. Yeah, I really enjoyed what it did. I love setting myself up little moments to cash in on stuff, and then I'm waiting. I have that little suspense of, come on, I got to see a character that has this symbol. Oh, there's one. Okay, I'm not next, but if this player doesn't take it, and so you have that nice turn angst, and you're also not just taking a card and playing it. You have a hand, so you can kind of do a little forward planning there. Yeah, I really like it. It's attractive. It's enjoyable. I thought it was great. And it's one that I hope more people try, because I feel like it might fly under the radar, this one. So from Osprey Games, Ofrenda.
All right, my number 4 is a artistic crossover with Chris. It's the same artist did my number 4.
Really?
And this is one I think is going to be higher on other people's list, possibly. I know it was high on Eric's list, and that's Zenith. Same artist as Tag Team.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
And in this game, this is like almost the ultimate tug of war game because there's 5 things you're fighting over to get these back. You want to get a bunch of different ones or the same one multiple times, but you're also racing up a tech track, and you're doing all this by playing cards. I think every card in the deck is different. They definitely all have different artwork, which is cool. And you have to decide whether to play the card in front of you, to use it to go up the tech tracks, or sometimes just to take control. It has a neat marker that lets one person have a bigger hand than the others, and that's going back and forth. There's a lot to like about this game. This, I think, it takes a lot of elements from the 2-player Cosmos series that's been out over the years. It's a little more advanced than those, but not much more. It feels slightly bigger than, let's say, Lost Cities. But I think it's a really solid game. So that
It definitely has Crocodile Pool Party vibes. I mean, you look at it.
Crocodile Pool Party is of the devil. I hate that game. Why are you bringing it back into our minds for?
I'm sorry.
Zenith, my number 4.
My number 3 is a party game that had a smaller release this year and it's going to have a larger one next year. So I don't know where it fits in the whole spectrum of things. I don't care. I played this. This is the party game I've laughed at the most this
I know
year.
what this is.
This is a spelling game called Jibber Jabble.
What? Never even heard of this. What?
So Jibber Jabble is a little game I was introduced to it at the retreat. And it has a formula that's very simple. You have a card.
Yeah.
It's cooperative, a clue-giving game. So I hold out a card. I can't see what it reads. Everyone else sees. I say number 2, frozen, right? So now everyone else at the table has to give me 3 clues to make me guess the word frozen. Starting with the player to my left, they have to start by spelling out one letter.
I.
And the next person has to say
C.
a letter.
Oh, he messed me up already. E.
Okay, when it comes back around, and at any point, the next person who would give the clue can say done, right? End of that one word, and then they start spelling another word.
Done.
Okay, right? And then you would start spelling out more, and maybe you go with E-L-S-A.
That was what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for your lack of pop
Ice
culture.
water.
I bet you
Look,
like the
I was
Macedonians
gonna-
better than Star
I was
Trek.
I was going to start with L for Let It Go.
Goodness gracious.
Oh.
So that's where this game gets weird, right?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
like it's one of those games that's very funny when it's falling apart and people are desperately trying to understand, like, why
Are
did
you
you
ta-
start
do
with
you-
a G?
Do you write them down?
No. The people, you're just doing this.
I know,
on the
I
fly.
get it, but you as the guesser.
No, you're just listening.
You're
and
listening.
just-
God,
and
no,
you're-
I'm out. I already hate this game. 2 out of 10. Oh my god! Seriously, this was funny.
Yeah. Oh, because you know
It's not that hard to keep up with if someone is saying.
Do not overestimate your intelligence.
ICE. Oh, wait a minute. Slow down. What?
Well, it is when the breaks,
Oh!
and I don't know when the breaks are coming, and there's multiple words, right?
They'll tell you when the break is coming.
Wait, where is this
I would
game?
want, like, I would have
Who's
to
it
go back
from?
and be like, wait, which one was the first word
It's
y'all
a-
said?
It's an
Yeah.
independent publisher, but someone is picking it up, right?
It's been announced. All Play's picking this
That's what
up
I
for
thought.
next year.
Oh, doesn't count this year then.
I guess not. Yeah. No, Cult of the Future over here. But no, I played it, and it's available on the website for this, and they're kind of selling through this stock, and then there'll be a new printing of it.
Is Jib Jab going to sue these guys?
Jib Jab. Oh, they'll be fine.
Are they still around? Them and their Flash
they still
animation?
around?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I jumped into one of these in the middle of a game, and I really did have a good time with it. I thought
Yeah,
it
it
was
looks
pretty
fun.
fun.
I mean, it
I thought
sounds
it was
fun.
pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta try it. This one's one of those that from the sounds like I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. I haven't
And you
played.
might not, and you might still laugh as like
Right.
clues start kind of just devolving into nothingness, and
Right.
people go, "Oh no!" And we're gonna start again.
Oh,
Let's
can
try
you just
it.
end it at just that's gibberish?
You don't have to make a word.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you could, if the group is feeling it, for example, with Mike, if you start with L, and if everyone else was like, "Let it go," you could go that all around, and someone can end it. It doesn't have to be a single word. It can be as big a clue as as you want it to be.
Then
You
I
just
do
give
have to
3
know
clues.
the word. I would need a piece of paper to play this. I would
He's
need a
writing
piece of
them down.
paper. I'm not kidding. I would need a piece of paper to play this.
And it might, it's not going to be for everyone. But anyways, it was a ton of fun. One of my favorite party games of the year.
I can definitely see it being a surprise because it
Playing this in the 30-hour marathon.
came out of nowhere. Yeah.
For 2
Yeah.
hours.
Oh my gosh.
Spell 6 things.
It has a shelf life. I don't think I'd want to be playing it for 2 hours, but.
I did
Okay,
that
cool.
collectively at the retreat across multiple days.
Yeah.
All right, my number 3 is a game, ladies and gentlemen, that we played today. I wasn't in it, but it was played today in the Winter Spectacular. This is a flip and write game, and I heard a flip and write game. I'm like, no, but this is a flip and write game where there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm like, ugh. And then I played Tend. It's really good. This is a great game, and it surprised me for those 2 reasons. It was like, this genre, man, it's really hard to surprise me anymore with the roll and write, flip and write. And it was a relatively complex one, and I think that sometimes it can be done well, but it can also be done very poorly where it's just like, okay, come on now, enough. Can we just like get to the meat of this game? Don't give me 17 sheets if I don't need 17 sheets. This one has those elements, but it also does just make sense. It also has one of the things I like most in games, which is mini games, right? This is really a series of mini games, and I tend to like those. So this one is one that if I had played it more, maybe it would have made my top 10. But I was very surprised by how much I enjoyed Tend. My number 3.
Yeah. All right, my number 3 is Bohemians. Bohemians came out from Portal Games this year, and I didn't know very much about it until I played it. Actually, I knew it looked cool, and I liked the vibe going on, but I didn't know what kind of game it was. I was a little apprehensive when I first started to play because it immediately looked
Deck
like...
builder. Ha ha ha. You don't like deck builder.
I don't like deck building that much. This has some of that, but it reminded me of that game with the apes.
After Us.
After Us.
Yeah.
Where you just
A
put
lot of
cards.
After Us.
You put cards next to other cards and the symbols match, and immediately I was like, oh no, this is gonna be soulless. Like that game is very just the theme could have been anything,
It's not thematic.
This
Yeah.
isn't that. I think they did a good job here with the theme, this idea of what are you doing with your day as an artist, this bohemian. What are you going to wake up and go for a stroll in the park and then get invited to a philosophical discussion and then this and maybe you'll work today, maybe you won't. So you can just choose to go to work or not.
I do love that
Art
part
imitates
so much.
life, right, Tom?
If you don't, if you don't go to work, then you'll be drawing these cards that become penalties that mess with you. You get depressed. You have to deal with like your art being judged. It's all this interesting stuff. It's sort of like a weird deck building party adjacent kind of experience. It can't quite be encapsulated.
It's deck building with syphilis. That's
a little
really
angsty,
that's all
though.
you need
It's
to know.
kind of
about the game.
angsty. It's kind of
like those.
it's weird. It's quirky, right? I mean, there's something quirky about it.
It's like those games like the life simulator worker placement game, The Pursuit of Happiness, but with a lot more like art in it.
Yes. Every painting is incredibly dramatic, especially the ailments. They're like all dramatic. They're great.
The vapors, yeah.
Yeah, and the whole thing. You know what it reminds me of the most? I think is like an art house film. And you're like, what kind of movie was it? And you're like, I can't describe it. It's kind of funny. It was kind of dramatic.
Right.
It was sort of based on a real story, but it's clearly like fantastical because there's a dragon in it. Like you can't describe it. You know what I mean? I like that about it. You just kind of have to try this one, Bohemians. It's a neat little package. Very much enjoyed it. My number 3.
All right, my number 3, I never got on board the original hype train for Regicide. So I got Regicide Legacy, not having played Regicide. I quick played Regicide like for a few weeks before I played the Legacy game. But I was surprised at how much I liked this. That's not there's no spoilers in that
actually,
picture.
no, I
That's
don't
on the
know.
last scenario.
Hopefully. Now,
I can't believe you showed there's a mat in the game.
Yeah, come on.
it's a really good production, first of all. I like that a
was
lot.
part of it for a second.
But Regicide is a cooperative game or solo game. I actually soloed through the whole thing.
Yeah, I did
and I
too.
really like this game solo. And I found they kept surprising me.
Yeah.
This was a game full of, each time I would go to the next level, I'd be like, okay, I got it. Oh, no, I don't got it. Or they would give you, they would be like, here's something amazing. Now here's something that cancels that. I was
It's
like,
such
come
a
on.
simple system, though. The directions they were able to take it were,
That's cool.
yeah.
And it plays really well. It might be one of the best Legacy games post-Legacy.
Right.
I'm very
Oh,
impressed.
They did a
Oh,
really
cool.
neat job.
I'm
Very
very
nice.
impressed with the post-Legacy
In a way, I've
experience.
never seen it before either. So
Yeah,
that's cool.
it's really well done. So you're not getting rid of all the content. You keep most of it for the post legacy part. Good game, Regicide Legacy.
My number 2 is a crossover with Z from earlier. I know that people might say, Chris, you were surprised by a trick-taking game.
Oh, yeah.
I was when it's designed, co-designed by Jamie Stegmaier and Stonemaier Games. This is Origin Story. I wasn't really expecting Stonemaier Games, a publisher who does kind of these like premier big box games like Vantage, to come out with a trick-taker. And the other co-designer, Pete Wissinger, I think he's a really sharp, up-and-coming card game designer. I'm excited to see more stuff from him. But this was the first of his I played, and I've sampled a few others since then. But yeah, this whole idea of becoming superheroes over the course of play is done surprisingly well. It gets wacky without losing the plot. Everything else that Z said, I completely agree with. Origin Story is great, and it was a nice surprise.
Cool.
Wouldn't be one of my lists if I didn't have a game that no one has ever heard of and it's impossible to get. So here you go, folks. It's my number 2. I went to Tokyo this year for the Tokyo Game Market, and one of the things that you think of when you go to Tokyo Game Market is small box card games.
Yeah. 99%
of what they have there are it's not that high, but close. So imagine my surprise when I came across one of the best heavyweight economic Euro games I've ever played called Bean to Bar. This is a game where you are you are making chocolate bars, and you are doing it from harvesting the beans in different parts of the world that are known for cocoa beans.
Okay.
And then you are doing a really cool worker placement element in the middle there to take different actions that are going to allow you to source beans, that are going to allow you to hire people that can help you in different elements of making chocolates. It's going to allow you to go and actually get pieces of chocolate that you're building. You'd think of them as more like recipes, and you have milk chocolate, and you'll have a 70% chocolate, and then you have 100% cocoa, and all of them are going to have different kind of point values.
Chocolate Tetris.
And then economically, you also are going to be going and you're going to be selling that. You're going to be kind of getting marketplaces where you sell the chocolate. You're doing contests where you're entering these chocolate bars you've created into contests, so you're competing with other players for that.
Sign up to be a judge.
Yeah, heavily interactive, really, really impressive Euro economic game that I think if it got wider distribution, it could do very, very well because it has a great theme. I love the look of it. And it's just a rock-solid Euro game. It reminds me a lot of a couple of other Euro games from Japan that have gotten bigger distribution and became big. So, Bean to Bar. I hope it gets wider distribution.
And if not, you'll never get it.
It's not. Yeah, unfortunately. I hope not.
All right, my number 2 is Take Time. Take Time is also a limited communication game, a cooperative game in which you are attempting to play out your hand of cards following specific rules listed in the center without being able to talk. You can discuss the ideas that you'd like to pursue, but then as soon as everyone's done, like, oh, we should try to hit a number about here, about this much here, and hey, try not to be careful what you do over in this area around the dial here. Okay, great, we're ready? Then you pick up your hand of cards you've been dealt, and then you can't talk anymore. And on your turn, you play one card face down. With a couple of them, you can choose to play face up, but you give up an ability to do that. All of these concepts work together really well. It's super tense. It has that feeling of you flip over a token and play one face up, and everybody either goes, "Oh, okay, good. Like we're glad we know that," or they go. And you're like, you messed up. You definitely put that where it shouldn't have gone. Once we're done, you reveal them all, see if you did it. And then if you do, then you go to the next stage. And then the next, and then the next, because in it is so much content. It's just very clever. And it takes, for me, games like The Mind or The Game or stuff like that. And first of all, make it look good and give it a lot more character and a lot more interest. I don't find The Mind to be that interesting. It's kind of a one-trick pony. This one doesn't have that feel to me. It keeps giving. They keep giving you new rules you have to follow or things you can't do, and you're like, oh man, I have to relearn how to play this well.
Well, you'll actually see this being played if you want to tomorrow.
Yeah,
So-
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, like Mike Heller said, this game comes with the shame sleeve.
That it does.
If you can't beat
That's right,
one, you're
that's
like,
right.
okay, we'll come back to this later, and you stick it in there.
That's right. I forgot about the shame sleeve.
All right, my number 2 is a game I'm sure will be, again, maybe on a top 10 list or so. But this one, I thought the name was really stupid, and then I played it, and it's a really fun game, and this is Duel for Cardia.
Yeah.
Just like, are you even trying at this point?
No.
It's not great.
But the concept of this, it almost feels like this should have been published as the card version of Raptor. Like Raptor, the card game.
Yeah. If Raptor had
Oh.
sold well, they might have tried.
If anyone
Sure.
had ever heard of Raptor.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Raptor's a really good game.
It is a good game.
But
yeah.
this is also a good game, and I think if you like one, you'd like the other. The idea of playing cards where you're trying to win by playing the higher card, but then the lower card gets a special ability, which is a nice concept. I like it a lot. It's a fun back and forth.
Yeah.
And they do the Citadels thing where they have 2 sets of cards, and you can pick which set or even draft and mix and match, and that provides a ton of content without me having to relearn the game all the time.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun. Duel for Cardia.
My number 1 is also a crossover, this time with Mike. It's a racing game, which means it was with Mike. This is the game I've laughed at the second most this year, and this is Hot Streak. Hot Streak is silly betting racing game perfection. I think it... As I go back to games like Camel Up, I realize there's a lot of rules in here for this like wacky zany experience. Hot Streak kind of just strips away most of the like rules and gamery parts of it, gives you fewer decisions, and then you just watch it unfold. It's not actually too far unlike Tag Team in that sense, right? You're just kind of watching the game play out. But man, is it one of the most satisfying things to watch the bear trip the fish, and then the fish turns around and crawls backwards and knocks over the queen, and then the hot dog comes and knocks both of them out. And you just, it almost happens so fast. You go, guys, what happened? Half the racers are gone. They're dead. I love that.
Your mascot races are a lot more.
They're all
They're
dead.
brutal. They're really brutal.
Blood streak.
Do you think it's the same people that come back in that hot dog
Hot
suit next
Streak
round?
Muerte.
Race? No.
No, they're all dead.
Yeah, Hot Streak's amazing.
All right, my number 1 surprise of the year is a game that is the newest version. It's the Ultimate Edition of a game that I already liked, but I never played any of the expansions. So I had played Cyclades back in the day, but I played Cyclades Ultimate Edition, and my mind was blown because I had not...
What? It's not a new game.
Are you kidding me? This is a new game.
Have you played Cyclades before?
Have you played this version of Cyclades?
Oh, I didn't ask for a version.
No. This is a legit pick. I
Well-
refuse to take any of your
What was
slight.
the first edition called?
Cyclades.
What is the second? I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Yeah, right? No, to me, this is, I think, very much its own thing because I had never played with Hades or had played with Titans. This takes elements of both of those but adds them into the main game.
Okay.
This is
Agree
its
on that.
own. This is its own thing, right? You don't have to play with modules to get the best of both worlds. And I had heard how good those were, but I was always intimidated by the idea of I don't want to play a game and then 2 other expansions that you're adding stuff on and retrofitting and all this type of stuff. This is one clean system with a beautiful production. Even the regular edition of the game is fine. I know you like the minis, and I get that. I like the minis too. I like the minis for the monsters, but I'm fine with the wood for the
I
other
actually
stuff.
disagree on that one.
Okay.
This is the one game where I think I would refuse to play it if it wasn't the big version.
Ooh.
I like the minis that
I
much.
have the monster minis. I didn't feel and the hero minis. I didn't feel the need for like the ships to be. I have the wood ones, and I think they're just fine. But yeah, whatever.
Oh, that I agree on.
Yeah, it's a really a great reimagining, basically making this game like a lot of times when you hear like the Ultimate Edition, it's really not. It's like we're going to throw a bunch of garbage on there that was never there to begin with, and the Ultimate's going to now be an excuse for a $400 game with minis that don't even make any sense. This is truly what I feel like is what an Ultimate Edition should be. It's taking the best things from any additional content that came, put it in the original game, and give you a great product. That's all you need to have. And that's all I do have. Cyclades, Ultimate Edition.
My number 1 is another spin-off, kind of like a Zool Duel, and this one's also a game for 2 only. This is Everdell Duo. Everdell Duo.
Wow, really?
I figured another Everdell. There's an Everdell on GameFound or Kickstarter right now. There's another one. It looks interesting, to be fair. I mean, I am excited. But
tune in tomorrow for crowdfunding.
It does seem like this has grown into a Hydra. Like it's like 15
every time.
Everdell games.
Yes, I agree.
Turn
An
around,
Everdell Duo.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's gonna be Everdell because Everdell works with 2. What are they doing here that is different? That is gonna be striking. I'll tell you what it is. In Everdell, if you can get more cards, more resources, when your opponent peters out because they ran out of stuff to do, you can go, great, hold my drink, ba, 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 ba. I can keep playing because I have more resources and more cards than you. In this one, the thing that limits you is the actions you can take. So it doesn't matter if I have a bunch of resources because when you pass, I might be able to take 2 more actions. And that sucks because I was not efficient. I actually made too much stuff. And I should have been doing other things with those actions that should have been more efficient. So you have to kind of tear down how you think you should approach Everdell and build that back up. And I really liked that. I thought it did some interesting stuff. Again, taking Everdell and going, how can we make this not just Everdell for 2, but a different game that has different pressure points. I think it did that really well. It still looks like Everdell. It has some of the same trappings as Everdell, but it feels different. It sort of engages you differently. So yeah, my number 1, Everdell Duo, because I just wasn't expecting it to be that engaging, I guess. I mean, over Everdell. Everdell I very much like, and the other ones too. I wasn't expecting it to be that different, I guess I should say.
How does it play at 3?
It's not great at 3.
No, that's a shame.
One person has played solitaire for 2. All right. My number 1 is a game that was on my most anticipated list, but I actually didn't believe in it very much because this company has done some very... Their company often runs in a different direction than this game was. This game is Spooktacular.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're right. I've played a level 99 game I like.
Right. So level 99,
wow.
you know...
I'm sorry. I'm being serious.
They kind of tilt towards the anime type stuff. And the game board itself doesn't look amazing.
No. The cards, not amazing.
But the theme really comes through in this
fun.
game.
It's just a fun game.
And it's another asymmetrical type game where everyone is what you all are movies monsters, and you're bursting out of the screens and just eating everyone in the theater or killing them in some way. But it's very non-gory, which I was really surprised, again, from a level 99 game. I was expecting
Depends on how you play, but yeah, okay.
Are you slicing other players at the table? What are you doing?
I include props.
What is happening?
Anyway, it's really fun. You might be the killer car. You might be a rock star.
And there's
playing
so
people
many
to
of
their
those
dad.
characters in the box.
There's a fish that opens a door that people run out, but it's not a door to the outside.
The fish does that?
Like the angler fish.
Yeah.
Oh, with the little
geez.
yeah.
And then there's a door,
thing.
and you run out that door, but it's a door to his dimension instead of the outside.
Let's go.
So
This is fun.
it's really fun, and they did a good thing with a lot of content and just a normal size box.
Yeah.
I think that's where I was I didn't expect that much content in that box. And it's silly fun. It's easy to get up and play. You can learn almost instantly. It's almost a gateway game in many
Kind of
ways.
is. It's kind of a,
I gotta try this. This is not one I was able to play this year.
It's fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, my favorite monster
good.
to play, someone asked, the telephones.
Oh,
Telephones are
that's
ringing.
funny.
Pick them up. Pick up the phone.
You can be a telephone in this game.
Like the bad telephone. The
Yeah.
guy when you call the telephone.
Call us from
rings.
inside the house.
That
Got
sort
it.
of thing.
Okay.
So There you go, folks. That is our top 10 surprises of the year. We'll do a top 10 list tomorrow. You'll see a few of us doing that, and we'll do another one on Thursday. And there's also top 10 lists going on all the time. So many top 10 lists, but more gameplay too. Join us back tomorrow morning for crowd surfing and more. But we're shutting down for the first day of the Winter Spectacular. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Z. Garcia.
I'm Chris Yee.
And I'm Mike DiLisio.
See y'all.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel. Thanks for watching this video. Check out our channel. We have a lot of videos on our channel. We have live videos that go up each week, from live Q&As to videos where we take a look at the newest stuff on Kickstarter, crowd surfing, to top 10 lists and more. There's lots of stuff on this channel. We encourage you to explore it. You can find out more on our website, dicetower.com. I'm Tom Vasel. Thanks for watching another video on the Dice Tower.